Hey, welcome to another episode of the Local SEO Unlock Show. My name is Christian Hustle, and on this show, we unlock and show all the strategies we use at Woobound Marketing. And today we're talking about keyword research that drives local traffic to automotive dealerships. So let's jump into that and show you how we do our keyword research, what tools we use, and how do we identify keywords that are gonna drive local traffic to our stores, all right? Let's jump into it. All right, so automotive keyword research, where do we start? Let's start with what is keyword research, right? So keyword research is the process of identifying keywords or search terms on how people are searching for things online. So when we're talking about a car dealership, a keyword can be a combination of words like used cars or used cars near me. All those are going to be one keyword. It is important to identify this because as you're targeting your consumers and your customers, they go through a customer journey, which is a series of steps on how they go from I may want to buy a car all the way to I am ready to find the exact car that I want and I want to go pick it up today. So there's a series of steps on how people search and how they act during the process, which is how you're able to identify and target those customers at specific stages. And don't worry, I'm going to give you some examples to clarify this a little bit better. But how do you even find these specific keywords at different stages? Here's some of the tools that we use. There's obviously hundreds, if not thousands of tools out there. So there's no right or wrong here. It's just pick one that you feel that is going to do the trick. Maybe try a couple and see how you feel. The one that you feel the most comfortable, because some of them can be a little bit overwhelming. But here's the ones that we typically use. Now, I wanted to throw in there a free one, which is surprising because this is from Google search. So on Google search, you can simply go on a search result and scroll all the way to the bottom and you will see related searches. So from the related searches, you can actually get really good gold mine keywords that other people are searching for related to this one, right? So I typed in used cars and now it's giving me used cars in Texas, used cars under 5,000 near me, under 10,000, cheap used cars in a city. So these are going to be great ideas for you to play with them, optimize for them, which we'll get into another video. But it's a free tool, right? And this is actual data that Google's sharing with you. Now, obviously on the paid side, there's going to be a lot more power, a lot more data. There's going to be things like how many people are searching for this specific, right? The monthly search volume. There's going to be competition percentage and how easy is it to rank. What are you going to need to rank for that keyword? That's where the paid tools come in. So here we have the big three names, SEMrush, Moz, and Ahrefs, which are the three that we use the most. Particularly all towards SEMrush, just because it's a great all-in-one platform. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it does a really good job of making it easy to give me all the data in one place, right? I type in used cars and it really shows me ideas, gives me data, monthly searches volume, and all that I could need for me to identify what are going to be good keywords to target. Now, when you're using this specific SEO software, you type in used cars, you type in new cars, you're going to get hundreds, if not thousands of keywords. Not every keyword is meant to be added to your strategy because some of the keywords are going to be really good to drive high top funnel traffic, which not necessarily are ready to convert into a purchase, versus there's some keywords that are going to be high conversion driven, that are people that are ready to go buy a car, sign today, take it home today or tomorrow. So there's going to be a very big, wild difference. And I want to dig a little bit deeper and show you how we tackle this, how we attack the traffic generating keywords versus the high conversion keywords. So I wanted to simplify, how do I explain this, right? How do we tackle or how do we identify these keywords? So on the orange side, right, on this side right here, we have the keywords that are going to be short. They're probably going to have very high search volume per month. And they're going to drive tons of traffic. I mean, we're talking in the thousands to your website. Now, these are people that may be at the top of the funnel, right? Where they're not ready to purchase today. They're just starting the journey. They're just starting researching. So on these keywords, we tend to see a lot more competition. We tend to see a lot of those automotive directories that do a lot of reviews on vehicles, a lot of content out there because people are just looking for information to educate themselves. So yes, you can drive a lot of traffic, but it may not be ready to convert into a lead. It may not be ready to be to sell a car. Now, when you go all the way on the other side of the spectrum and we go towards the long tail keywords, and I will explain what long tail stands for. Now we're talking about very specific search terms, right? There's probably multiple words in the search. We're talking about lower search volume, yeah, so you're not going to be as crazy in the thousands of searches per month or visitors. But these are going to be very high purchase intent. This is people that have done their research, they're done with the discovery, they're done with the education piece, and they want to find a good deal now. They're ready to buy. They know what vehicle they want, or at least they know the budget, they've committed to buy. Those are the ones that are probably going to drive more car sales because it's people that is ready. So what keywords are we talking about, right? Too much theory. Let's jump into the keywords we use to drive local traffic to a store. So these are some of the automotive keywords that I wanted to give you examples on how we go from the top of the funnel, which is the high traffic, and then drill down all the way into what we call the golden keywords, right? These are the ones that are going to be highly targeted. Yes, it is lower searches per month, but they're very targeted. These are high quality people that are ready to purchase a vehicle very, very soon. So we start with the first column here. We have short tail keywords. Short tail just means it's a short, sweet keyword. Typically is 1 or 2 words. And you can see things like auto sales, used cars, car dealership, car financing, very generic. These tend to be nationwide. These tend to be very competitive. This is where you go against some of the big names out there, big directories of car listings and automotive review websites and things like that. Yes, it will drive a lot of traffic, but it's people that are not necessarily ready to buy this week. Then we go into long tail keywords. So long tail are going to be keywords that are much longer, hence the long, right? These are going to be multi-word searches like affordable family cars for sale, best used sedans under 20,000. This keyword actually performs really well among other ones that I'm going to show you later. New hybrid SUVs available 2024. So this is where we're starting to get into people that they've committed to buy a car in the next 2 months, in the next 3 months, and they're doing research on very specific vehicles. They may not be ready to convert right away, but we're getting there, right? So these are the long tail keywords. From there, we go to local keywords. So on the local side is where we start to get into the juicy terms, because this is where people are already looking for a dealership. They're already looking for the specific inventory in town. And this is why, hence local. But this is where we're talking about auto dealers in Atlanta, used cars in San Diego, car dealerships near Miami, car financing deals in Houston. This is people searching for what they want locally. Now, this is where we go into the golden keywords. What happens when you mix long tail keywords with local keywords? So you end up with things that are super niche down, super highly targeted and relevant. Yes, there will be less monthly traffic, but you would also have less competition. You will have an easier chance to crack into the market and really drive your strategy and really drive those people who are going to most likely purchase a vehicle soon. In these golden keywords, we have affordable family cars for sale in Atlanta. We have best used car sedans under 20,000 in San Diego. And you may be thinking, who's searching for that? Well, people who really know what they want, right? Like they don't want to waste time. They don't want to spin tires. And they want to know what's available in the market. What do they have available near them? That's why we call them golden keywords. Now, the way that we approach SEO here is we tend to start with the local keywords because we want to drive conversions. We want to drive traffic. Once we have a certain level of conversions per month or certain lead level, then we go to golden. Golden is a great way to expand. Now, we've been doing this for many years, right? Over 12 years focusing on automotive. But there's cases where you may actually want to start with the golden keywords. It just depends on your market, on your competition. Places like Miami or Houston that are extremely competitive and there's a car dealerships every 2 blocks, golden might be your best way. But if it's not as competitive as that, and maybe it's a suburb or a little bit less competitive market, maybe local keywords is your way to go. All right, there you have it. These are the exact keywords that we use with some of the automotive dealerships that we work in the country, all across the US, to drive local traffic to stores. So on a future video, I'm gonna cover a lot more in detail on once you identify those keywords that you wanna go after, How do you implement it and how do you optimize for those? So with that, hit that subscribe button if you like this, drop your questions in the comments, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.